Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Let's see the highest and lowest golf scores. We're going to use a couple of other functions here. We're going to use the large function and the small function with filter. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, hit F9. Hit F9 and we're seeing golf scores. Now, if the golf score doesn't jive here, in some cases, we're not going to get an outcome because, oops, see, spill. There could be a spill error here. Let's just diagnose why that happens. Just keep hitting F9. You see spill, the lowest golf score. We're running into what problem here? So let me re-clarify this. We want to show the N highest and lowest golf scores. What's N? Right here under large, we're going to have K. That's going to be K is equal to N. This is arbitrary. You can put whatever number you want in there. Yeah, I just randomly put 3. It's going to show 3. And what it does, it's going to look for the third highest score. Then it's going to include everything else. That's the way it works. If there's a tie, it's going to be included. So look over here under low. Same format. It's going to look for third lowest score. Then it's going to add everything. So then it's going to go the third lowest, then the second lowest, and then the first lowest. Not in any particular order, but that's the way it works. If we change it to 4, what happens? There's a conflict here. You could see a spill. If there's anything in the way, it's going to throw a spill error. So cut, paste, should spill. Why? You're going to see there are multiple numbers. And Excel can't differentiate those two. Well, we can, but we're not going to get into it here. You're going to see that if we put 4 in here, we're going to find the fourth highest score, and that's going to be 70. The third highest, it's going to be 72. And then 73, and then 75. If we remove this 4, then it takes us right back to where we started. The large function returns the K largest value. Small returns the K smallest value. Here, go to the talking points. Using the filter function, this formula gets data using the large function and small function. Using the large function is simple to determine the nth largest value in a list. Simply supply a range for the argument and a value for n as the second argument. The range / array is our data. That would be the scores here. In this case, filter is structured using the following formula. Golf 176, golf 176, greater than or equal to large golf score 1637. When a score is greater than or equal to the third highest score, in this case, the function returns true. There are 10 cells in the D5 to D16 list. It should be D14. D5 to D14. The output is whatever it is. You can go in and you can sort this however you want. This should say ascending if we want it in a particular order, but we're not going to go down that road right now. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Let's look at the array, F9. It's going to be all of this entire, look here, name ranges. I didn't point this out. We're going to use name ranges, and you should know what name ranges are by now. Here, we have to look to see the name range, and it's going to be golf 176, and it's going to be B5 to D14. And that's what we see here. We see Daniel, we see M, we see 68. The breakpoint here is the semicolon. Keep that in mind. We're counting rows. When we're looking at rows, they're separated by, or eliminated by this comma. And then the break is the semicolon. So on and so forth. That's what we're looking through. That's what filter's looking at. Then we have to look at golf. What does it say? Include. It's just going to give us the ones and zeros and what have you. So let's take a look here. Golf 176. And that's just going to be the scores. Then we're going to look at golf scores here. F9. I don't know if this will work. No. What we're going to do is we're just going to look at this right here. Golf scores. And because we're saying 3, F9, large is just going to pick the first 3, the large 3, because we're explicitly stating that. And then what happens, filter is going to look for trues and falses. Internally, we can go include F9, and we have false, 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 true, false, false, true, true. And that's what we see here. We see the 3 highest. And here over on the other side, we're going to see the exact same thing. And then the array, no. And then the final outcome is exactly what we see here. You want to put these in order, you can use this sort, but we're going to put a sort in front of the filter. What sort's going to do, don't look at filter and all this. Look at here. It's going to look at column 3. It's going to sort number 3 based on -1. What's -1? Oh, you can do that, and I think that's in ascending order. If not, then it's in descending order. It's in one or the other. I just don't have the sort filter out here. Practice. This is all about understanding the flow. It's pretty straightforward. Understanding these name ranges, understanding that 3. It's a little tricky there. Just read this again. Type this out. I want you to type some of this stuff out instead of copying and pasting. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.